Oh, hey guys, it's Alan at Boston Fan. Today, I wanted to do a 5-return TTM update. I've been trying to get some out. I'm always not as consistent as I want to be. I'm also not consistent at reporting them. So I've got 5 returns today, and it's just time to make a video. Some of them I've opened because they were thickies, and some of them I haven't. So we'll go, and I kind of mix them up so I don't know which is which, but we'll just go from there, report them. If I'm able to... Sometimes I upload it just from my phone. If I'm able to go through my computer, I'll list the addresses below. If you're ever interested in an address, I'm happy to share it with you. So feel free to email me or contact me. First one is a former Yankee, Barry Evans, also former Padre. So he sent his religious pamphlet, signed it. He also signed his 81 tops, Barry Evans at the top. Not I, but Christ. He signed 2 81 tops for me and an 82 tops. So that's a 4 of 3 success. It took him 27 days to get back to me. I'm going to put up the 81 tops up there. He played for the Padres from 78 to 92. He put up a perfect 0.0 WAR in his career. He's on the Yankees in 1982. And he actually left the Padres in 1979 to pursue a tennis career. Which I thought was pretty interesting. Obviously, he came back to the major leagues. Ring that up as a new autograph in my collection. If you've been following me, I always love adding new players to my growing list. Next up, we'll rip from the side, is Mike Rozier, running back for the Oilers. So he signed this 90 Fleer. These all came from Trading Card Database. I believe that's the 90 score. I don't know football as well yet. Yep, 90 score. And then the 89 tops. Yep, 89 tops. All Oilers cards. It's first time getting Mike Rozier back. Of course, he was the Heisman Trophy winner in 1983 for Nebraska. He then played for the USFL, I believe, 84 and 85. And then was in the NFL from 85 to 91. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got back to me in about 2 weeks. He's a great signer, and you can't pass up trying to get a former Heisman Trophy winner free TTM. So those are great. Thank you, Mr. Rozier, for those. Again, another new one for my collection. This one has been pre-opened, and it is Chuck Porter. So that came back with an old stamp. He signed an 84 Fleer card, the 85 tops, maybe in Tiger Stadium, the 86 tops, and the 84 tops. I'm going to go with 84 Flair. I'm a sucker for, the lighterness on the 84. We can go 84 tops. Classic set, and it's just a lighter card. This came back to me in 551 days, so year and a half. He played from the Brewers from 81 to 85. He played 3 games for the 1982 Brewers, which is probably why I sent to him. I like to send to members, former members of pennant-winning teams. Let's see what else do I have. He was 13 and 13 in his career with a 4.14 ERA, a 1.9 WAR. He also gave up the game-winning home run to Harold Baines on May 9th of 1984, which ended Major League Baseball's longest ever game. So he was the losing pitcher of that game. I think it was 25 or so innings, which, and little cool history tidbit there. Next up is Jerry Manuel. Nice, another new one. So these are all newbies so far. He signed the 02 tops, him a manager, and I also sent him a playing card while he was the Expos. He wasn't such a good player. He was a pretty decent manager, though. So we're going to put his manager card on top. He played for the Expos, the Tigers, and the Padres from 75 to 82. He was the third base coach on Felipe Alou's 1994 World Series, almost maybe possible World Series champion Expos. He was also a bench coach for Jim Leland and the 94 Marlins. And then in 2000, he was the White Sox manager. He was the manager of the year that year. They had a really great team. I remember going to Fenway Park and getting some of their autographs that summer. Jose Valentin signed my card, if I remember correctly. And he was an excellent manager. Then I think he went on to the Mets. Didn't have quite as much success as he did with Chicago. He signed that one for me in 11 days. So excellent success. We are all about new autographs this week. This one is pre-opened. I remember who this is. So this is maybe my favorite of the last while. It took 294 days. It was 3 of 2, but it comes from more of a celebrity. Neil deGrasse Tyson responded to my letter. He says, Alan, a belated thank you for your interest in my work, especially coming from a fellow educator. So I had read his book, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry, last winter and early spring, and I sent him a note. So it comes from his office, his stationery, signed it. I think that's awesome. Go watch him on YouTube if you're at all interested in the cosmos. I'm fascinated by him. I also teach physics this year, so I've been using his videos to kind of go over how physics that we learn in the classroom, is seen in the universe. And he also signed in purple Sharpie 2 signature cards. He's just a fascinating guy. He's really outspoken about education and the cosmos and physics, and he presents it really well in a way that's accessible to common folk like me who don't necessarily really understand all the math that determines all this stuff. But he's got some fascinating stuff. He shares it in such a way. He's got a podcast, but it's a YouTube podcast called Star Talk. If you're at all interested in science, I suggest you go check it out. Super psyched by that return. That one is probably my favorite out of all these, and it's a non-sport one. And I actually have to remember to bring this in because my kids all know him at school. I got to bring this in and be like, hey, he did write to me. Super cool. So those are 5 autographs this week, all brand new to my collection, which I have a list of unique autographs, and they are all going in there. So awesome returns. So again, if you guys need addresses or are curious, feel free to let me know. I can provide them. I'll try to do that if I remember. And I'm hoping to stay consistent. I say that every video, so who knows if I will stay consistent. I'm hoping to, but I do love TTMing. I do love organizing the cards. And I just got to do more of it. So any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Love to hear who your favorite was. If you have any stories about these guys, love to hear that too. It puts more meaning to the cards for me. But until next time, folks, keep collecting, keep having fun. Adios, amigos.